Hi, I'm Shani from Titan Fitness. One of the most common reasons people stop exercise is due to injury, pain, and inflammation. We're here with personal trainers Moody and Marcelo. Moody, what is one of the most common areas your clients complain about?
I'd definitely say neck pain and back pain, upper back pain in particular.
Okay. And is that due usually to injury or daily activity and lifestyle?
It can be a combination of both, but the majority of the time it would be our day-to-day activities that will result in such injuries.
Okay. Are you able to show us a stretch or mobility exercise that may help with this?
Yeah, definitely. We're going to focus on 3 areas in particular. The lines of the muscle work together. So the muscles that are involved in usually such an injury, the upper back. So what I've got Marcelo doing is placing the foam roller and on his upper back, thoracic area, and he's going to find a spot of tension, anywhere where he feels a little bit of niggly pain, and then when he does adjust and find that point in particular that's painful, we're going to pause there for approximately 30 seconds. Once he's done that, what I want Marcelo to do is then roll forwards and backwards very slowly. The majority of us, you'll see this in the gym as well, people jump on a foam roller and really quickly roll up and down. That's not very effective at releasing collagen between the muscle fibers. So what we want to do is we want to go really slowly. The pace that we want to go at is probably about 1 square centimetre per second. That's slow. And remember that the muscle works in different directions. So he's not only going to go forwards and backwards, he's also going to hover from side to side. And you'll notice that the feeling of pain and the feeling of release as well is going to be different. From there we're going to transition into a rolling on the lats. So I'll get Marcelo to turn on the side. Again, positioning your lower body, your upper body on the foam roller and finding a point in particular that you find painful. Now keep in mind that the lower body can always be elevated to increase the severity of the self-myofascial release here. So he's lifted his lower body up, depending on what your pain tolerance is like, or how painful the release is for you, and he finds that point in pain, and again hovers there for about 30 seconds. When you feel a little bit of a release, and you will know when that release occurs because it'll start to dissipate, the pain will start to disappear. Then you can start to roll again at the same pace, forwards and backwards at about 1 square centimetre per second. And again, hover forwards and backwards. Remember, the muscles work in a variety of different directions. And the more release we get, the easier these muscles glide along one another. So we get better reaction from the muscles when we try and connect with them. So if we're in the gym and we're trying to connect with our lats, because it is a muscle that we cannot see. So if I'm doing a lat pull down, I really want to be able to focus on the muscles that I'm using. And it's a lot easier to do that if the muscles are, if you can actually activate those muscles. And it's very hard to activate muscles that you can't connect with because they're so stiff and tight. From here, we're going to transition into a trapezius stretch. We're going to release the traps. We can use either ball, the spiky one or the flat one, depending on how much, again, your pain tolerance is, and whether you're a beginner or a more advanced trainer. I'll get Marcelo to find that niggly point in his traps. There's always going to be a little bit of an issue with the traps for most people because we tend to overactivate our traps on a day-to-day basis. We're always hunched. It's a very, very strong muscle group, so it tends to get involved or insist on getting involved in almost every exercise that you do. So he's found that point there, and again, if you notice, he's moving his arm to help release the muscle, the collagen between the muscle. Fuzz, if you want to call it. The slang term for this collagen between the muscles is fuzz. So what we're doing is releasing that fuzz now. And you'll notice that your strength will improve dramatically, probably at about 20%. And there's no right or wrong time to foam roll or release muscle. You can do it prior as a warm-up. You can do it in between sets. You can do it after to improve recovery and increase blood flow to the muscle. Very good. And they're the 3 major areas that I would focus on to release the upper back and the neck.
Great. Are there any other recommendations you would have to help prevent neck or upper back pain?
Definitely posture, but not just posture in the gym, posture on a day-to-day basis. So if you're sitting at your desk, be conscious of how you're sitting. If you're playing with your phone, be conscious of how you postured. In the gym in particular, I see this all the time. People are doing a tricep extension, and they're doing a cable pull down, and they tend to overactivate their traps. They're doing bench press or overactivating the traps. We start to fail when we do bicep curls, when we start to lift the traps up. Just keep in mind that if the chest is up, there's an arch in the back and you've got the correct posture and your core is activated, your shoulders are lowered, so that distance between my ear and my shoulder is nice and low, then I'm not going to overactivate my traps, because these things are really strong and they want to take over all the time.
Great. Thanks again, Marcelo and Moody. We'll see you guys next time for injury prevention with Titan Fitness.
Thank you.
I'm holding back, just wanna start again. Just